Welcome back with a new video. Today we will talk about Linux fundamentals, focusing on SSH, flags and switches, file system permissions and common directories. So in task 1 we have introduction, so let's start directly with task 2. So in task 2, the most important thing that SSH is a protocol using cryptography and can communicate between devices in encrypted form. So more details is that the devices can communicate and execute commands remotely on each other, and of course the data is encrypted. And let's go to the questions. Okay. What we are asked here is to deploy the machine only. So it's okay. Let's go directly to task 3. Here we have task 3, but before that let me go deploy the machine here. Okay, and okay, let me connect through SSH to that machine. Okay, I want to connect through SSH by the user TryHackMe, and let me wait until the IP address shown. So the IP address here is 10.10.204.61. Okay, let me see. Okay, I think I have to wait more. So let me go. Okay, yes. The password is TryHackMe. Okay, so I'm connected through the SSH to the machine here. Okay, let me go to task 3, and here we have some important ideas, which are, I think, ls commands. Yeah, ls command, which used to list the content of the file, but by default the hidden files are not shown. So in this case we can use some flags that make the hidden files appear. So for example, here we can use ls-l to find the hidden files. Let me try ls. I have only 4 files. Using ls-l, okay, using ls-la, here we have more hidden files. Yes, so that's the function of the option -la. Okay, so if we go to cd root and ls, let me go to temp ls. Here we have only 1 2 3 4, only 4 files. Okay, no, we have here 5. Okay, here we 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, here if I use ls command with -la option, here we will have like 1 2 3 4 5 additional files appeared by using -la. So that's the idea here. Let me go to questions. First one, ask me to play around with the manual page of ls. Okay. Second one, which arrow key let us navigate down to the manual page? Let me go to manual page, man ls. So it's asked me how can you go down with which key that make you go down, which is down arrow key. Like I should go down. Yeah, okay. So what flag would we use to display the output of a human readable way? Okay, -h is enough, which is help. Yeah. In task 4, here we have some important stuff also, like touch to create file, mkdir to make a folder, cp to copy a file, mv to move file, rm to remove a file, and the last one, file command to determine the type of a file. Okay, so let me go down for the example. So as we mentioned before, to make a file we will use touch, and in this example we use touch to create file called note. Yeah, another example here, we use mkdir my directory to make a new directory or file. So here we have ls, we make ls like list the content of the file, and here we have my directory, which is made here, and the note we made here by touch command. Okay, so after we creating some stuff, what about deleting them? So we have rm command to remove files, and with using -r option will let us remove folders also. So we made not file, I will delete it using rm not and checking it by ls. Yeah, it's removed. Yeah, so in the other example here we use -r to remove the directory, and after running the command making ls. Okay, so here we don't have not file, and here we don't have my directory folder. Yeah, okay, so let's do some copying, moving stuff here and there by the command cp and mv, one for copy, the another to move. So to copy we use cp, the name of existing file, and after that we put the new file we want to paste. So here in this example, here we use cp and the existed file we made by touch before, which not, and this file is to file that we want to paste. So the content of the node file will be here in node 2. Let's go to another example, which about mv command to move a file. Okay, mv command works similar to cp, so we can use it to rename a file or folder. Let's go to determining the file type. Okay, simply it will tell us the type of the file. In this example here, the node file is ASCII text. It's very useful in malware analysis stuff. So let's go to questions. Here we have the first one. How would I create a file named Newnode? Well, it's not a folder, it's a file, so I cannot use mkdir, which is make directory. I will use touch, and the name is Newnode, so it will be something like touch Newnode. Let me try. Newnode. Okay, so it worked. Okay, let me go to another one. We have file called unknown in TryHackMe directory. So I'm gonna do file home TryHackMe. Let me try it here. So I'm in temp. Let me go to home TryHackMe. Okay, ls. I want to know the type of this file. Simply I will use type unknown one. Oh shit, I forget, I have to use wait, file, not type. Okay, file unknown one. Okay, so it's ASCII text. Okay, it worked. Let me go to another one. How would we move the file my file to the directory my folder? Easily mv to move file, my file to my folder. Okay, it worked. Let me go to last one. What are the content of the file which is my file? Let me go. Oh my god, okay. Cut my file. Here we have a flag, and it worked. Okay, continue to apply your knowledge and practice the commands from this task. Okay, let me go to task 5. So here we have permissions in Linux. So every file in Linux has some characteristics. For example, if we go to folder and do ls-lh, let me see here, we got like 10 columns. Okay, but we are focusing in this task on the first 3 columns, and I want to explain them right now. Okay, first column here, describes the owner of the file if he has the read, write, and execute permissions for that file. In this example here, that example, the owner of the file has the read, write permissions and don't have the execute permissions, like R for read, W for write. Second column, which is here, describes the members of the group that owning of the file. So, in the example here, the members of the group have the ability to read only. The third column is for other users. So, here in the example again, other users have the ability to read only. Let's go to the another paragraph point, which is switching between users. Here we will use su to switch to another user. So let me go here. Here we have like 3 users. I am TryHackMe, and I want to change to user, like so user 2. So okay, it's another user. I don't know the password, so let me cancel it. Okay. So the idea here is that you can switch to another user using the su command. Let me go to questions. On the deploy machine, who is the owner of the important? Okay, so there is file here, cd tryhackme, important file, so I ls command using lh option, and important file, okay, it's owned by user 2. Okay, what would be the command to be switched to the user 2? I made it already, which is su. Okay, so user 2, and so user 2, and here the password of user 2 is user 2 also. So let me try it here, user 2. Okay, I am now in user 2. Content of the important file. So let me read it. Cat important file. Here we got the flag. In task 6, here we have the most common directories in Linux. First of all, here we have directory etc. So it's one of the most important files in Linux. Why? Because it stores system files that are used by your operating system. Also, password and shadow files are inside the etc folder, which are store the password for each users. Let me go to another most important file or folder in Linux. Here we have var folder, which used to store application, programs, services, and the data that related to them, including logs and databases, etc. Okay, let me go to the third most important one. Here we have root directory. It's the home folder for the root user. And the last one, which is temp. Temp directory used to store data that needed to accessed once or twice. So it's like temporary data. I recommend to make a cron that delete the content of the file constantly. So let me go to questions. Readme, okay. What is the directory path that would we expect logs to be stored in? Okay. Logs usually related to application and programs and services, tools, etc. And those kind of files stored in var. So let me go to var ls. Here we have log. If I go to log, okay, so it's the path, which is var log. What root directory is similar to how RAM on a computer works? RAM stores the temporary data. The folder that works in that way is temp, which is okay. The last question we have, name the home directory of the root user. We mentioned it before, which is root. The last one now, apply your learning and forget blah blah blah. Completed. Conclusion, summary. Okay, it's summary on the tasks that we made. And See you guys in the Linux Fundamentals Part 3. So thank you guys for watching and see you in another content.